One of the requests that I have had for videos on this channel is to test the car in different environments, different conditions, show what the technology on board can do. And that includes, of course, autopilot, or in my case, enhanced autopilot, which I paid good money for. Now, I have encountered problems where rain blinds the side cameras and the system doesn't work properly. But what you're about to see isn't just rain, it's practically a monsoon. I have never driven through rain as heavy. Now, I was videoing earlier in the trip, and then I had stopped filming when I got to Edinburgh, but I'd left the GoPro on the roof. So the monsoon descends, and I thought, I've got to capture this for science. So I said, GoPro, start recording, and off we went. I've just had to watch through this before recording this introduction, and honestly, I'm almost suffering from PTSD. The experience was that bad. But despite it all, I'm still trying to test autopilot. Can autopilot work when literally all you can see is water? Oh my God. It's like driving through a car wash. This is madness. Now it's like driving through a lake. I can barely see road markings. This is fucking crazy. Oh my God! All right, let's try autopilot for a laugh. No, it has no clue what it's doing, and right, no. Oh, it works fine in a rainstorm. Does it? No, it doesn't. Oh, this is utter madness, this. I've driven through some rain before. I don't think I've ever driven through that before. That's the heaviest rain I've ever driven through. Absolute madness. Suddenly it's eased off a little bit. Let's see if we can jump past this traffic and then slot back in. Hang on. Ugh. I didn't like that at all. My God. No, it's just braking. Try it again. No, it's slowing me down. And I don't know why it's slowing me down, but I mean, yeah. Plus, from a camera's perspective, you know what? I've actually seen the side cameras in a worse condition than they are now. Is this guy having a driving lesson in this weather? That's fantastic. Worst conditions I think I've ever seen. Okay, let's see from a technology perspective what we actually have got. Well, according to this, I've got auto lane change available. But I did say the cameras didn't look that bad. Blimey. And the only reason I'm doing this speed now is because I can see a little bit further ahead, but I don't know whether you can see the steering wheel. It's not going in a straight line particularly well. It's twitching, and I think some of that is it's responding to the puddles and reacting accordingly afterwards rather than just being able to ride it out. But it feels twitchier from a steering perspective than it would be if I was doing it. Huh? Much twitchier. But at the moment, what it is doing, and this is a positive, is giving me a little break after that rather intense period of having to concentrate like absolute crazy because, oh my God, what's going on with this rain? So this is helpful, I think. Is he trying to come out? Yes, he is. So I'm going to move across, let him come out, and then let's see, will it make us go? No, we can't go back in that direction because that camera is absolutely clogged up with rain. So, and you see the guy in front's got his fog light on, as have I, and although it says fog light, but it's basically a high visibility additional light. You can't really see his tail lights very well, but you can see the fog, which is why it's on. It's there for low visibility. Oh, steering's twitchy again. and then I've just taken over then because people are moving out and I want to drop back. I don't care what the car thinks it wants, I want to drop back. So knock the system straight off. Here we go again. Oh my God. It's a car wash. Wow. I've no idea what he can see because he's going past and I'm really struggling to see anything. But he's flying along. I mean, come on. This is insane, Ray. I can see far enough ahead now to know that I can get out past these two. It's not him that's the problem, it's the Micra in front who's going quite slowly. I can see a long way ahead suddenly, so what I am looking for though are big puddles, because with the greatest of respect to it, that is the concern at the moment, is enormous great big puddles either on the central reservation side or on the CES side. Either way, one or the other. Ah! What is this? Okay, let's try it again. This guy hasn't even got any lights on the back. It's because he's got some cars, daytime running lights have nothing on the back, and that means that he can't actually see a damn thing. So there's no lights at all on the back, and he's in the middle of this, so he's not got his headlights on. And he's driving right up the arse of that Panda. It's just completely stupid. Wow. I keep seeing the Cooper in front on his brake lights, so I assume it's another EV, so he's just lifting off heavily and that's why his brakes are coming on. Well, not his physical brakes, but his brake lights at least. So why does he keep lifting off? So I'm dropping even further back just to try and make sure that I'm staying well out of any trouble he might get himself into. Another one with no lights on. And at that point in the trip, I just thought I've had enough of trying to do a running commentary. So I told GoPro to stop recording and away we went. But yes, that was insane weather. Absolutely bonkers weather. Now, I think that for normal use, it's not really an issue. Even my wipers possessed by Satan issue wasn't a problem because they were on the fastest speed there was, and as you saw, it wasn't fast enough. So I didn't need to worry particularly about the lack of a rain sensor because even the cameras could see that it was raining, and it was raining hard. The issue still is both the side cameras where the water just turns into a river running across them, so they can't really see what's on either side. And in this case, with the wipers on the maximum, the rain was coming down faster than it could actually clear. So several times when I went onto autopilot, you saw the car slowing down, and it's slowing down because it can't see. Now, I actually think that's relatively positive because if you can't see, slow down. I'm watching back through that and I'm thinking in a couple of times I was going probably too fast. Now, I'm sat watching it on a computer screen. At the time, I'm sat in the car and I've got obviously senses, and Tesla full self-driving / EAP / AP does not have senses. It just has eyes, okay? It can't feel. It's not got the sensation through your bum and through the floor and through the steering wheel telling it what's going on. It can't feel. It's not got that kind of sensual haptic feedback through your body that you get when you're driving. So I felt it was okay, but watching it again, maybe it was a little bit quick here and there. Anyway, it was pretty brutal. So what do you think? Okay, because supposedly in a couple of weeks' time, we are going to get full self-driving in Europe, and we certainly do get a big chunk of rain in parts of Europe. So it will be fascinating to test full self-driving in conditions like that. And again, if you haven't seen any of my other videos talking about full self-driving, once it's available for me to subscribe to, I am clicking the subscribe button, and I'm going to take it everywhere. I want to take it in everything. I want the very best and the very worst to go and test this system out. So if you want to see things like that, then make sure you've hit the subscribe button. So a relatively simple video for me to edit because it was a one shot and I've made no edits. Fantastic. Hopefully it's been interesting to you as well. If so, give it a like, and I will see you back here very soon on Just Get a Tesla.